Hello, chat. Yeah, I didn't have a name for the stream. That's what happened. I'm dropping live serotonin. Hee 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 hee. Hello. Oh, I need to look at my notes really fast, actually. Ba 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 ba. Humph.
Helmet, helmet a separate.
Fallbrook is going to be dangerous. I hope you guys are prepared enough, kind of deal. And also, last episode, explosion.
What I want to do is I want to make it so I can, you know, take off the helmet and have the shape heat up when I pull it off. There we go.
Okay. I checked my notes.
Oh shit, that's right.
The title is blank because I didn't know what to name it. That's what happened. It's hard coming up with names every time. I would have full body on, but my full body didn't charge completely. It didn't wanna. My nose is sniffy. Title is no title. No title is title. Oh wait, there's two musics happening right now. Let me boopity beepity. There we go. Where's that slime? I'm gonna smack him.
They don't like you chopping up their models.
Everyone does.
I'm stealing that term, rune tech.
Hello?
Hello.
Paris.
God, I wish she had like abilities tied to this, like literally like Hat in Time, like those umbrella abilities.
I feel like it could have been a better idea to give Crescent some things that were attacks and defenses.
Wait,
but you know,
it could be like the Haggard one where it's hidden in the umbrella.
Something else I wanted to mention that I completely
I mean, she has a wand.
Yes.
Oh shit! I've never actually seen that.
Yeah.
She had a.
She has a wand. It's actually silvered.
Oh, cool! Don't let me touch
Yeah,
that.
so I can stab people. It's stabby.
Yeah.
It's a stabby one. That's her only defense. Her only defense is that she has a silver wand, so she can stab people with it.
Like hitting him like, pay attention, Rise. Psst,
Nah, that's what she needs to do to fucking Zachary.
Yeah, whenever he's not paying attention in lecture, just
Hello?
hit him over the head with it.
Give me the secret magic missile staff!
If I could drag you backwards for 2 seconds. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting about it.
Huh?
I've been like super curious out of nowhere because I don't remember, because I think it was back before we even started putting blood toggles on people.
Yeah.
Did Kari have special blood color? Or was she just red?
I think she was just red. I don't remember. She might have been blue. It might have been blue.
I vaguely remember blue.
It-
Kind of.
Ribbons chat.
It might have
you
been
remember.
Chat, do you remember?
Actually, wait,
David,
I
where
mean,
are you?
Do you remember? Dave!
I think
Where
it
are
was
you, David?
blue. I mean, also another way to ask is ask Toonie what color their blood is, because
I mean, technically they can be different. And I
yeah,
didn't.
I know they can be different.
What color did she blush? Oh, did she have a blush? 1 second, I can figure this out real fast. I'm about to traumatize everybody over there.
Blue is a good color on pink, so that would have been a great blood toggle color. So that's my logic for why it's probably blues.
I'm not sure, but I think I have an injured Kari model.
Steal Viv, as we say from Dars.
So let me see if I can find it.
What?
It's really far back. I saw the old crescent. Okay, we're somewhere near there. Come here.
I mean, I can
There's
steal
Flora.
her anytime I want. Literally, all I gotta do
Where is
is
it?
this.
Where is
Just
it?
make this happen, and
Where
she'll
is she?
come running.
Where are you? There's a darkness Kari. I don't think that's the one I want.
OSC, or do you have to like DM her?
Okay.
I would have to tell a DM because due to
Here's
the
an
fact that
injured
there are a number of
Kari, so
factors that
maybe
would
this would
affect
have
its
some kind of blood
overall
on it.
range.
No, it
I
doesn't.
see. Well, wait. Oh wait, no.
Nice.
Oh, well, I mean,
No, there's
I don't
no
know if
blood.
that counts as a blush.
This is
or
just
if
her.
that's,
This is just her scale color. Damn it! I know there was a Halloween thing she did where I know that had red blood, but she was pranking. So she may not
Yeah,
have
and
worried about
also
it being like
wasn't her
actually her blood color.
I was gonna say
Did,
it would
did
honestly be
David
more
mention
scary
in
if it
chat?
wasn't her blood.
Dave never watched Kari.
Shit.
Man.
I
Dave's
don't know,
never
what color
watched.
do you want her blood to be? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I was gonna
What
say,
was it?
you're their god. You can make them whatever you want to be.
Hey, calm.
You're right. I can.
Her blood was
Oh.
sadness colored. What the fuck?
What?
Can I talk to you for a second?
That is definitely
Oh, yeah, sure,
danger.
Hi, Slapster. I know there was like a fan art that had blue blood, I think. I know there was a fan art with blue blood. Now imagine Crescent being cornered. Holding the umbrella and be like, I've got 2 words for you. No Rem. Slabbed. Thank you, Slapster. Hello, how are you doing? Here, let me access the sacred tomes. Where is it? Where's the sacred tomes? Fan art. Not Hades. No, wait. No, wait, no. Wait, no. No, wait.
Fucking excuse me.
Don't mind me. I'm doing research. And also trying to close Hades. I'm doing research. Hello, I love you.
It's okay, that's okay. Close Hades, do whatever. I just want to enjoy this.
Hello, I love
I want
you.
to enjoy this for a minute.
I'm also gonna
Is
enjoy
that
it.
Kari
Oh, hey.
Cuddlefish? Oh my god, I love your
Hello.
word.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you. The name's Dog.
I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna sit here and cry.
You stand where I stood.
That
I can't.
I stand where you
I don't know which one of you is the replacement for me, but I'm pretty sure it's that one.
That's me. That's probably me.
They've got pink eyes and everything. They've got pink eyes and everything.
Okay. No lie.
I can't tell if Hades is still trying to
I was
open or
watching
not.
One of Silence.
wait, there's task manager.
No lie, I was watching one of
I think it is.
Silence.
Oh god, I think it is because my
Did
computer is
anyone
lagging.
figure it
Silent, stealth live streams, and he was like, if Dita doesn't shape up, she's gonna end up like Kari.
Oh my god! I'm checking my Kari fan art folder to see if anyone drew her with blue blood. Because if they did, then I feel like it's probably that her blood was blue. But I don't know. But I remember one art that specifically had blood. No, they drew it with red. So honestly, I
thought it was black blood, but that was because it was
No,
like
that was Darkness Kari.
Darkness nightmare.
that was
wasn't it?
darkness. That was darkness Kari.
Yeah.
That was darkness Kari.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever justified it.
insatiably
I'm gonna assume
curious.
it's red.
I was just super curious because like everyone else has like weird blood colors. I don't remember if Kari did because she never had a blood toggle.
No, she never had
Did
blood
not
toggle
remember.
because it was before 3.0. She died before
Yeah.
3.0 existed.
True.
She
I could have
died
done.
before
I could have
she
done
was
so
born.
much cooler shit. I could have done shit so much cooler.
It could have been so
I
good.
could have been
She
so
went sushi
good.
before
That's actually
3.0.
what
Holy
cheaper.
shit!
I know.
Yeah.
I just need. I need to make. I need. I need to make a
What's that?
sushi. I need to make a sushi toggle. Make a sushi curry.
Fire Seeker last
He just
Saturday.
explodes
Gavin-
into
We were supposed
sashimi.
to
Gavin
take-
was,
next
Gavin
time we
was in
saw
Ardenville
Gavin,
when you
we
were
were
in
supposed to
their
take
car,
them to
yeah?
spend the
Yeah?
night in the dungeon at
Yeah.
the end of the night. Is that
Okay.
She
something
dressed
we
up
do
Gavin.
Yeah, then
didn't happen
Yee's-
during the time skip, or is that just
Yee
getting
is Kari's replacement, and I'm Gavin's replacement.
Because that was their punishment for
Because Gavin and him are both tanks.
But literally, it's really funny that they both have pink eyes. It's really funny.
It is.
It's
On the-
really
on the
funny.
wiki,
Uh,
on the
I
wiki,
will-
technically
I
it says
will,
red, but I never
post
bothered
the
correcting
code
it. So
in
it's,
Fire Secret
she
Lab.
technically does have pink eye, but
They look
eyes,
pink.
but on the wiki it says red.
They
They
look.
do.
They
They-
look pink.
I mean, compared to you and me, they're definitely pink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a tech
Hmm.
deck.
Yeah.
I was about to say we should probably talk sometime because she has a lot in common with him right at the moment.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god, look at the
Goodbye,
and he's
Chips.
gone.
Basically, like
Beat
she
up a
couldn't walk for
wheelchair-bound
5 years
man.
and was
Gotta
condemned to a
cancel him.
wheelchair. Yeah, no, she was.
I'm gonna go T-pose on Gavin. I'll be right back.
5 years.
I gotta go traumatize him.
Oh my god, go traumatize him. I'm coming with you.
It's a ghost!
Oh no! Wait, hang on.
It would have happened during the time skip.
Yummy.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's yeah, that's
Dagger.
perfectly fine.
Chippy chippy.
I need to make special animations for this
Damn.
specifically so it changes instantaneously because it's on a
Death.
time delay, so it goes through all
Does it just
Oh, I
bring back
forgot that you
memories?
like
I
had
missed
like
her.
the cutout for her
Yeah.
gills on her side.
Yeah.
Forgot
Yeah.
about that. That's such
Yeah.
a cool little thing.
Cause this would cover her gills, and then this would cover. She has two sets of gills. She has gills up here and gills down here.
Yeah.
Cause I couldn't choose. Was that the bell?
You were just
Valid?
like,
Yes.
yeah, that was a bell.
Here, I'm coming to the art. I'm coming to the tree table today.
Do it.
I'm coming to the tree table today.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Do it.
This is. I'm coming to the tree table today.
At the arbor,
does,
she's
I'ma be
probably
real.
she was no
Why are you
at least at
mixing
arbor she's
Ellie's
a
person then?
Why are you still in that bottle? I thought you were just doing research. Why do you hurt me like this?
I wanted to
Why do you need
traumatize
to hurt
Gavin.
me?
I wanted to traumatize Dagger.
It's fucking Cory.
Well, look, he has to have a wisdom score of over 3 to be confused. Okay, this doesn't work on him.
What the fuck? Poor Gavin.
Damn.
Poor
I
Gavin.
brought that up because something like that happened in my D&D. And Echo City.
You know, not only are they replacement because pink eyes, but also because small.
Kari's not that small.
Everyone's small to me.
They stood where I stood.
Wow, everybody's small to you. Okay, look, you know what?
You have very wet shoes to fill. Oh,
You have very much juice to-
Hello.
Your
Thanks everybody for being here. We got a class today. As we gear up to swing into Fallbrook, soon TM.
Who's that pretty
And
man?
yeah, so enjoy the lore. I don't really have anything else on my thing that I want to talk about, but anybody else?
Who's that pretty man? Who the fuck is this? Who are you?
You're good. All right.
Chips.
Cool.
Wake up,
All
Arden.
right. What
You
was it
lay your
about?
head. Don't worry, I'm okay.
Okay, I gotta go be a pretty lady now.
Oh, I do have something, so professors.
I'm here for trauma. I'm here for trauma. Originally it was for research, actually, but then I was traumatizing people. It was funny. Hee 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 hee.
He's been like up and about.
Oh my god.
I need learning. Okay, I go to my spot to the dude. Hiya.
Oh, hey, I'm back from vacation. Why'd you put someone else in my room? Who's that? No, technically, there's no one in Kari's room because Kari's room was Arbor's room. What? So really it would be, why'd you take my fish tank? Where'd it go? Where'd my fish tank go? Why'd you get rid of it? I was just on vacation. Whew.
I'll be awake early today.
Huh? Huh? What'd you say?
Ah, I'll be awake early today.
Yippee! Oh my god! Librarian of the Pond, what is your wisdom? I miss my wife.
Hi, raise me rubies again. Y'all are fucked up. Y'all fucked up. Y'all messed up. What the fuck?
It'd be funny. It would be funny. Y'all ready for a serotonin drop? Y'all ready for a serotonin drop? Oh no, this one doesn't work. Oh, there we go. There's your serotonin drop. Potentially. I would want her to talk to somebody about getting it, though. Umbrella cat. I think I might change into my... Oh no. They're starting. I was like, I might change into my PJ pants. And then they start. Right, now I have to get into the voice. Well, you wouldn't know because I wasn't really present for it, but I believe that's the teacher's coming back. Good morning.
I believe I heard the power. The ships are arriving today, I believe.
Yes. Do you think that's the rest of the teachers coming back?
No harm in checking.
Suppose not. It's not like we're not privy to visit the ships, I suppose.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose I'm not normally, but that's just because it's...
I normally go to the docks every day.
Right. It is bright. There is sunshine. You know.
We hate sunshine here.
Yes. We do, at least. I think the others are entirely too fond of it.
That's the purple portal, right?
I believe, yes. The purple one.
Oh, I sometimes just forget flat out which one's which.
I sometimes just walk places just because I can.
That's fair, yeah.
Wait, there's no reason I... Oh.
Already?
That's not good.
Oh no. Okay, let's go to the docks quickly.
Yes. That seemed... That was 2 of those, right? 2?
I'm not sure.
I think that was 2 of
I
them.
think I see some people over there already. Well, they're standing upright, so that's good news.
Well, the ones that are over there are standing upright, but I would assume probably someone was just rushed into the medical bay. Otherwise, they wouldn't have rung the bell.
sometimes it's hit wrong. Sometimes.
Perhaps. Oh no, that's
Oh.
no.
My God. How did it go?
I suppose not very well.
How do you think?
Objective was completed. We have a few scrapes and bruises. We'll live.
That looks like a few scrapes and bruises. That looks a lot more than scrapes and bruises. You have a few scrapes and bruises. That man looks like he's been crispified.
Yes. Result of his magic.
Pushed himself a little bit too far. Couldn't really stop.
He did that to himself.
Yes, his whole flame thing that he does, he has to put on some kind of flame resistant thing for it. He kind of decided to go a little bit overboard.
Yes, the fire resistant.
And you know, I don't know you very well, so I'm just going to make sure. You've always missed that arm, right? That's not a new thing. I've seen you maybe twice.
Yeah.
But I suppose you haven't always missed it.
Yeah.
Just since I met you, I assume. I haven't actually met you.
Since I got here, yes, I've
Perfect.
lost my arm.
Good. I hope you find it.
I hope so too.
Cadets are prepped for triage. Get yourselves in there.
Thank you, Captain.
Crescent's a fucking creature. She's up way too early. She's up way too early, okay.
Oh dear.
But I'm not going to go in there because
Any food or drinks?
I would assume they have something busy to do.
You know, frankly, I wouldn't also be in a talkative mood if I just came back from that kind of situation.
No. I don't know. I'm not really a medical person, so I'm going to let them handle that.
Yeah, no, of course. But we should bring them some food and drink.
Sounds like a plan. We can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
A gesture of goodwill.
Where do you get it when it's not nighttime?
Usually where the dorms are, the cadets.
From the students.
That's the only place else. I don't know where the chef is.
No one does.
What?
What? Nothing.
You mean no one does?
I didn't say anything. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay. So, question then, where is the chef?
Why would I know that?
How long have you been here?
Oh, a year or so.
Okay.
Somewhere close to a year.
That's plenty of time to get acquainted.
Well, you know, there's plenty of people I don't know.
I mean, that checks out with Reina. Fair enough.
Well, I'm fairly certain Reina only showed up at the same time that you did. Is that his name? Is it Reina?
That's correct. Reina, yes, Reina.
Right. You know, I'm not sure if this is noticeable. I'm not very social.
It's fine.
Mostly because I'm asleep when everyone else isn't.
Oh yeah. Oh, night. Oh, I can respect that. I used to be like that until I, got this job.
The books don't need me to be awake at the early hours.
Well, they do. You need to be awake to read them, I think.
No, the books don't need me to be awake at the early hours. They need me to be awake at some point, but they're patient.
Right.
Considering I woke up to a medical bell noise,
Good morning.
Greetings, Miss
Good morning, everyone.
I'm guessing that's where most people ran to.
How are you all doing today?
Good morning, professors.
Good morning.
Saw Vina, Rise, and a few others run there pretty quickly.
So, what are we bringing them exactly? Does anyone have any food allergies?
Bring today?
Bringing food too?
I don't believe so.
The
professors that just
professors.
arrived.
Ooh.
Just bring them a sandwich. That has a bit of everything in it.
They can just pick out.
We could just do breakfast
Who's
sandwiches. Eggs, bacon, cheese.
I haven't fed anyone else in a while.
That. I'm just checking, you know?
I watched it.
It would be good to forget.
True.
Do we not have like a container of water anymore?
Good morning, Curtis.
Is that not something we have anymore? We used to have like a container for water, now we just have cups of water. Yes.
I only remember.
We used to have pitchers.
Like a pitcher of water.
We used to have like a pitcher.
Did we break all of the glass pitchers? Is that what happened?
I guess we must have broken them all.
I do recall we had it.
I guess they've all been broken.
I only remember the cup.
I get it feels wrong to bring water in a teapot.
I never used it. I just remember that it was.
I mean,
that
water's water.
But don't
Yes.
you boil water to make tea in a teapot?
Well, yes.
Skipping a step.
Right, but we're just trying to transport water, not just cups of water. Well,
I just put it in the ice
I suppose.
Also
How many of them are there? How many sandwiches?
Cassidy, Isha, Rainer,
1, 2,
Blazeheart.
Rainer.
Four?
She's
Four?
trying to figure out how many
Four?
sandwiches there are.
One more, just one more.
One more?
Fruit and bread. and
That's-
to make a lot of sandwiches.
That's 5 sandwiches. That's not 4 sandwiches.
But where's the fifth?
That's 5.
There's the 5th.
You said one more.
5.
No, I said 4.
You said one more when I put the 4th one down.
I
Well,
did
now
not say
someone
that.
gets a second
Back me up.
sandwich, or one of you guys get to eat.
It's fine. It's a backup sandwich. Just
There you go.
Yeah.
One loaf of bread, and one loaf of bread contains 24 slices, and you need to feed 5 professors. How many sandwiches?
This is not time for your math lessons.
Are you saying
I
that-
encourage your studying, but
Question, are each having one, or do you think some of them need 2?
I don't know.
And they said my practical lessons would go to waste.
You know, Rainer would eat
See,
2.
if
I
anything,
feel
all
like
you would
Rainer
need
would
is
eat
20
2.
slices.
The
So you'd still have
answer
2
is,
more remaining to have 2
both of them
sandwiches.
have
It's
gluten allergies, so
No, I have no idea.
Then
Yeah, I
guess
just-
lettuce sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, one whole
think
head
we're
of
good.
lettuce. How many
It's fine.
sandwiches
It's
can you
fine.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
A lot.
eat?
I don't-
Surprisingly, yeah, actually.
All right.
I don't think any of it
No,
will
no, wait.
spill in my pocket.
I would hope not. You will hold something for you?
No, it's magic. I only know practical magic. That's all. Practical magic and divination. That's all I do. I don't think it's ever spilled when I hold it like this before. But it is a lot more glasses of water than normal.
10 books?
Yes.
Like, can you levitate 10 books and just
Yes.
read them all at once?
Yes.
Okay.
I have ADHD.
Okay.
I can't possibly read just one at once.
How much of the book do you read before switching over?
Well, that depends.
Hello.
Because technically, if I use scrying, I can read 2 at a time. Because my eyes can look at one of them and my mind can look at a different one.
Oh, okay.
I just reference all the other ones. He's
No, I'm
escaping.
just about to bring you a sandwich, Rainer.
Rainer, Professor Rainer, would you like a sandwich?
What?
Would you like a sandwich?
Sure.
Alright.
Don't complain.
1 second.
Is there like a thing going on with sandwiches today, or?
No.
Oh, what?
You've been
Just gotta make some
fighting.
food because, yeah.
We're going to go bring the other sandwiches now. Right.
We'll check about them later. It's fine.
Well, they'll have sandwiches when they're awake, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would be hungry if I'd been mildly comatose.
Yeah. How long were they on the ocean for?
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't pay attention to these things. Time is a concept.
We should not be rushing the healing treatment, and he should probably remain here for the next few days.
Probably.
We've brought sandwiches and water. If you'd like one.
Was Professor Varian brought in here as well?
Would you like a sandwich?
He's gone up to the lighthouse.
Oh, you
I will
He
take a
will
quick
not-
sandwich, sure.
He's dealing
Oh.
with his own business.
Delivering some food. That's all.
making sure.
Very well.
I think.
How's
Thank you.
As he's not hiding
Raina?
injuries.
I also have water.
Has Raina come to visit?
I saw him
already been checked
over
over.
Raina
He's
left.
been checked over and he has gotten a clean bill of health.
Yeah, he left.
He has had a sandwich as well.
Okay,
Most
so
important thing.
That's the most important part.
other than that,
Should we can just leave some sandwiches here?
good.
I suppose.
I guess keep an eye on
The others.
They're keeping the other professors.
veins and.
Where's Barian? Didn't he go with you?
The lighthouse.
The lighthouse.
He went to the
went to
lighthouse
lighthouse.
yesterday
Right.
to do his own stuff.
Right.
I'm not going to bother with what he's doing.
But is
Just leave
he?
him to it. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Okay.
Suppose I will go leave some sandwiches over here, out of the way of medical things. And if anyone wakes up and wants a sandwich, it'll be there.
Yeah, I'm sure they would appreciate it.
Just kind of
I'll be coming in
Leave.
periodically through the day. And
leave some sandwiches.
considering.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much the biggest thing is, should probably have at some point in time make sure, Arbor or Morgan are informed of, his condition
I will
to.
inform them when I find them. If
Yeah, if I see them also, I will try and tell them.
Yeah.
we're good for the moment, I'm going to head back to the Vanguard dorm because I need to go to my meeting that we do every morning.
Everything should be okay at this point.
Abric a sandwich. Right, I have
from the boat.
left some sandwiches.
I don't want Raina taking that goddamn.
Of my team, so.
We're gonna go to the boat and get whatever they brought back. Do you want to come
Oh.
out?
Honestly, I
Only
kind
ones I ever see
of understand.
consistently
I can
is
try.
Harper and Dars.
I understand the sentiment sometimes, but
No, I'm not especially good at hand manual labor, but magical manual labor I actually probably could do.
Would that be automatic labor?
Yes.
Automatic.
At the very least, you can maybe perhaps be a guide for me and Nisha if we, if the box turns out to be too big.
How big is it?
It's
More
a
importantly,
good
how heavy
size
is it?
box.
There's a few things in it.
Hmm.
Like books, for example.
Ooh. Well,
Yeah, some of the most weirdest books you could imagine.
I've lifted quite a few books all at once before.
Thank you. It hurts a lot.
Does it hurt when you do that?
It's always something.
It
doesn't
hurts
d-
when I put it on. It kind of crushes all my
Oh.
insides.
It crushes all your
You know,
insides.
it kind of crushes. Well, yes, it's the point. It's bark skin.
The point is that it crushes your insides. Ugh.
Yes, if I
So
wear it.
defensive it hurts you.
Yeah,
I-
literally, it's so defensive. It fucking hurts.
Well, you know, I don't wear armor. I wouldn't know anything about that.
At that point. Is that already a term?
Can't really judge.
Not that I am immediately aware of.
I'm using that from now on.
I don't think it'll catch on, but you are free to.
Thank you.
I'm
Doesn't
gonna
quite
go
roll off the
down.
tongue
I'm
like
going to
you
go quickly grab the box.
Automatic? Automagic.
Is that some
One moment.
kelp has escaped?
I think there's a
huh.
hole in the board that it's going out.
It's growing out.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Fuck yeah, concrete.
Ah,
But this is wood.
Fuck yeah, wood.
fuck yeah, Kong? Cork?
Kong wood? That doesn't make sense.
Borkwood?
I don't think stone wood is a thing. I don't think there's a stone wood.
Corkwood.
Cork wood.
Did you take a poet? Did you attempt to take a poetry while we were gone?
No, I did not. No, I did not. It's just a thing that happens this morning, apparently.
Wood crate.
Okay.
Where'd Nisha go?
She went to
Down to the holds.
quickly get the box.
Should probably go and help them out.
Probably.
We're distracted by kelp.
The answer is yes.
I'm sure they're picking up.
How do you?
I believe she might have had to yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
You see,
There we go.
just takes a moment.
Yeah, it was really like really deep in the crevices, like right at the bottom, sort of thing.
Hmm.
Okay,
Must have been one hell of a boat ride.
I can not grab it. That'd be good. Okay, so we got books. We have a sword.
Okay.
But it has some sort of magical thing on it. We don't know. I want to investigate it before we even give it to anyone.
Well,
Sort of things.
one would think so.
Well, yes. Well, one of them was about the book was about undead servant, like how to treat your undead servant. One was about how to like hold parties from like elven balls to orcish brawls.
Ooh. Cultural
I
study.
think, no, sorry, not undead servant. There was the
Ooh, unseen servant. That is very different.
Yes. Yes, there's that one. There's also an undead book talking about like how to look after your zombie or whatever.
Will I care for them?
Oh, how to deal with adventurers as well. That's one book that we have.
Deal with them.
Well,
How to deal with adventurers. Yes.
I'm fairly certain most of the small objects I could very easily carry. It as a whole thing, I don't think I could carry.
You would carry the books then?
I can certainly carry the books. Just like I carried the sandwiches.
Yeah, I believe the
Raina was here.
funds I believe the funds we
would've
acquired
helped
will
with
be
the sandwiches,
the
Well, but I
will be the
can
main weight of these.
magic.
Yes, that's true.
The silver bars and the various jewels and whatnot.
Yeah, those
Jewels,
are
bars? My goodness.
Yeah. There was a lot of chests in this place. I'm not going to lie.
Were they,
Oh,
like,
here's your
trapped
note,
or-
by the way.
Why do you have my note?
It was there in the middle of the table where we were.
Oh,
you know,
really? Just in the middle of the table. You know, that's it.
Just free for the
Is
reading.
the bow also in the box?
I believe so. The bow's also in the box. The sword, the bow. I don't think the boots are though.
With the boots.
Raina
I
probably
think
has the
Raina
boots.
has those.
Oh.
Raina has the boots probably, yes, that makes sense.
Well,
Was the note cool? Did it work?
I can take the books. I think splitting it up is honestly a lot easier than trying to carry it as a whole crate, honestly.
Yeah.
No problem.
I mean, and if Raina wants any of the books, he can just come to you, of course, with it.
As-
you know,
As
probably
most
the best
do.
person to.
As most
But,
do.
could I
I think it'd be smart.
Could I check out the party one?
It's in the box to take it out. We really need to go give like
Well,
a catch up to the headmistress.
just make sure tonight maybe let me
I'm
pin
sure
it
we
into
can
the.
keep- Maybe after assembly,
Logs.
quickly during the lesson, we can do a quick debrief, or if we happen to see her beforehand, maybe we drop this off in the administrative office and see if she's in there.
Right, let me lighten the load. I'm just going to poof the books. There you go.
Suffer through the sun to help out.
Easier. You could take the, I don't know, the bow out if you want.
Alright.
It's an elven bow, so.
Fancy.
Indeed. Right.
Alright. Administration office.
Administration office, I guess.
I don't want to end up in the water.
Nope.
Yes, no, that would not be a good thing.
No.
There we go.
I used to take quite a few ice baths in the day, but I'm not sure I want that now. Suppose.
I'm sure they're fine.
I don't, you know, they're kind of injured.
You know what? You may have a point here.
Do you need extra help getting it up?
All good?
Oh, that sounded wrong.
The box is having a day. It is having a moment. with
Really?
us.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Dear. Dear.
It seems so. Maybe that box is just cursed.
Do you want me to, should I bring the books to the administration office, or should I just bring them straight to the library?
I feel like we should at least get them cleared up with the
Suppose.
headmistress, so she at least knows that they exist.
I will write up a log of the new ones. We'll put it
And if Raina wants to take any
on
of
her
those
desk.
books, we'll send him your way. So
yes.
Are you guys okay with that?
Yes, I
we're fine.
believe we have it handled.
Okay.
Don't worry.
That was really
Thank you.
Big box, yeah.
Big box indeed.
Big box.
Careful on the sand.
Are you okay just carrying it by yourself, by the way? Like,
I think I
lighter
can
now.
have a handle. Yeah.
Well, there's
think I have
books
a
in it,
handle
isn't
on
it?
if you-
Just like a sword in there now.
Oh, sword in
also
the
the
bars.
A sword and gold. Oh, gold is kind of. Is gold heavy or light? I can't remember. I think it was
in the
heavy.
middle. It's not too heavy, but not too light.
Mm.
Not like as like light as a cloud, for example.
Yes. Well, magic is plenty light.
If it's light magic, yeah.
Well, magically holding most things. It's just unfortunately there's a weight limit.
Could we use the teleporter?
Ooh.
We could, yeah.
Probably. I don't see a reason why we
It'd
couldn't.
be easier, to be honest.
I don't see a reason we couldn't. I've seen plenty of people run through it with
Yes.
objects in their hands before.
Go on.
Tally ho.
Just don't teleport bread.
Immediately.
Not unprotected.
Teleport bread.
No teleporting bread unprotected. You have to protect your bread.
What happens if I've been teleporting bread for 3 days straight?
A lot of exhaustion.
Dear God.
But there's more.
Good relax today, just aside from the lesson we have, but then again it's not even ours, so I'm interested in the topic.
As am I. I'm.
Oh, heavy but soft. I thought, yeah, that makes sense.
View of the.
Remember doing nothing but teleport bread for 3 days. By God.
Then fair enough.
What are you swinging the fucking box?
Apologies.
Oh,
Somebody out.
oh, it's heavy. It's heavy. Gold is heavy.
Okay, would you mind getting this door? I think the headmistress would be less than delighted.
Don't scuff up the door. I don't think she'd be happy with that.
Where are we dropping this off?
I feel like we should drop it off.
Perhaps behind the desk, yeah.
Indeed. Yes.
I mean,
we should.
Leave it
Do we
here
wait
for
for
the madam.
assembly
behind
and
the
then talk to...
cabinets.
Here. Let me see the author and the title of that one.
Let me hold on. Let me press the bell right now. 1 second.
Are you referring to the party one?
Yes.
Party, yeah. Yeah, let me get it out.
Let me have a look at it.
I think
What is the author?
Alright, perfect. I can write all of this up then.
Animals that ran a cyborg.
I will get all of this written up and I will just bring a note here for her. Because, you know, that way she doesn't have to deal with a whole bunch of books sitting around as well. Not that they don't already have enough of them.
Yeah.
Meandering about. I suppose the madame would have to deal with that, wouldn't she? I haven't seen her in a while.
Give me visions on how I was a desk worker for such a long time.
Desk work. I didn't do that. Library. Library is different than just desk work. It just includes desk work. I'm going to go write this up. Get these put away. I mean, I suppose I could hold it for a long time. But I wouldn't want to. Eventually I'll run out of mana. I don't think I've ever run out of mana before, though. Have I ever run out of mana before? No. Well, once, I think. I don't remember. Might have been a large... Perhaps one of the larger ones. That might have been it. She doesn't have infinity mana, but she is, for those who don't already know, who haven't been around for a long time, Crescent is a witch. She's a very strong witch. She's just very strong in one direction. She is strong in one thing, and that's divination. Everything else she knows is just kind of generalized magic. Set these up on the taller shelf. That way the students can't touch them for now. Oh, wait. No, I should write. Right, I was going to write everything about these. I've been awake too long. Forget how many books it is, so I'm just gonna take out a couple of books. And here, boop, boop. Boop, boop. There we go. Then I'll use this as like a little ledger. Yeah, she's kind of a one-trick pony. Let me write down the...
It's time for Goblin to sit down. My little toesies hurt. I've been intending to make like a little chair that she can sit on, like a little summonable chair, kind of like the mage chairs in World of Warcraft. So it's always hard to find time to sit as her. Yeah. Right, there we go. Get all these put away. I don't think this works. That doesn't work. Fine. Just going to pick all of these up. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna add that. There we go. Oh. So busy. I need to just like write down all of the utility spells that she should have. Ow! What's funny is I hit my hand, but I hurt my wrist because my wrist just went. Ow! 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 Owie! 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 Ow! Owie! Owie! Ow! 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 I heard it pop. Oh, 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 oh. I do, but it doesn't feel like it needs a. It doesn't feel like it needs that. It feels like it just needs a minute. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna give it a minute. If it still hurts in like 5 minutes, I'm gonna go get my brace. Cause I have a brace specifically for this hand. Ah. Let it cook, let it cook, let it cook, let it cook. Oh, look, a Stark.
Soft objects with like really like uncomfortable in our faces. Don't worry about it.
It's not any of us that have to teach you, right?
No. You are fine. You are. Your day is to rest.
Like fucking Christ.
Just
You may be seated. Right. Today we'll be having a lesson. I believe we have some fairy mail, so I will let that actually happen first, because I believe we have a bit. But while
Did you find
they
home yet?
do so, the professor here will explain a bit of his lesson today. If you're ready.
Right. We'll be meeting back in the same lecture hall on the left, and today we'll be covering the first half of the cultures for the upcoming visit to Fallbrook. There ended up being quite a bit more background information that I believed was necessary for the vampires, so theirs is being split into a first part.
Here you are. Wow.
Thank you.
If my faculty and guards have nothing else to say. Very well, you're dismissed. Get to class.
That fairy sounds very mousy.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Just so you know, along with some things that were dropped off, I wrote up a ledger of the books they brought back. I haven't read them over, so I don't have a full description of all of them, but I've put them away, and this is a writing of all of the titles and authors.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. I'm going to go start reading those over to see if they're appropriate.
I appreciate it. If you find anything interesting,
I got it.
please let us know.
What did you do?
Don't point. Don't point. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, excuse me. Actually, ma'am.
Is it me? Is it me in
not
particular?
All of the books. Yes, it is. Not all of the books were included. There was one more. It's about how to treat undead. Might have given that to Ellie.
I thought... So there is an undead one as well. They told me about an
Yes, there
unseen
is an
servant
undead one as
one.
well.
Right. Could you at least give me the
Let me make
title,
sure I read it.
the title and author at some point, please?
Proper care for one zombie, I think it was.
If you can send me the title and the author at some point, I would much appreciate it.
Yes, I can.
You can feel free to find me in the library. There's a book behind the tree. Just knock on it. I'll know you're there.
Yes, ma'am.
I gotta switch to Flora. I gotta switch to Flora so I can be there for the...
Good morning.
So I can be there for the thing. For the class. And then I gotta switch back to Crescent because there's a thing that someone wants to do with Crescent. Yeah.
Do 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 do. And I'm just gonna like run over to here. I'm so slow. I'm gonna run over to the door and then I'm gonna respawn. It's gonna respawn at the door. Do 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 dee do 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 dee. Boop. Yep, that's what I was gonna do. No one needs to know. Reset her avatar real quick. There we go. Boop. Oh, wait. Oh, I can do it from here. Demon. Because her default speed is demon, and then she can raise her speed to the other one. For the sake of prosperity. Oh.
The lesson starting?
What?
Oh, lesson start. What are you doing? What is this?
Name, Flora. Okay. We look for a guard go that way, so I think it makes sense. Flora would go here first. The frog in her mouth. Okay, that would be really funny.
Teaching. I'm very interested in the cultures of the world and the different ways that they interact and have developed over time. So, especially covering the vampires is going to be very interesting, given well, different influences that have occurred over time. We'll say. Now, unfortunately, the Darklands are very aptly named. They are both murky in appearance, as well as the contents of their ancient history, which has obfuscated quite a bit of the past. However, I do believe it is important to understand at least a little bit of a culture's history and background in order to really understand them and why they are how they are. So I will go into a very brief synopsis of what we do know. So, quite a long time before vampires existed, there have been humans in this region, specifically north of the Cliffs of Faust in the Darklands proper. And they were mostly a cluster of smaller kingdoms at the time, Not a lot is known about them, however, there are a few that are historically relevant, and as such we know a bit more about them. We have Egmarwun, Nosferet, Van Goth, and Ukias. These kingdoms comprised a number of their own peoples, of course, but they were also influenced at times by migrations northwards from some of the different, more pagan cultures who are at the fringes of a different kingdom south of Faust. One that some of you all may have heard of, called Camelot. There is a very long and bloody history of conflict between the knightly kingdoms of Camelot as well as some of their neighbors and the more pagan kingdoms of the Darklands. And these conflicts often spilled over into Camelot's borderlands, with pillaging parties venturing south and swiftly being attacked by the Inquisition and repelled back into the north. Eventually there were, well, through armed force, some treaties formed at the time that sort of were mostly respected. Mostly being the emphasis. And remember, this is all before vampires even existed. I'm clarifying that because there's another set of treaties that's similar. But around the year 150, there was a baron of Nosferet named Vlad, and he rose to prominence primarily on the back of his staunch resistance to Camelot and their policies, and well, for frequently breaking those treaties and pillaging and attacking south into Camelot. During several of these battles, he inevitably died. However, posthumously, he was given the honorific title of the Dragon, making him Vlad Dracul, or Vlad the Dragon, among his own people. This is relevant because Vlad Dracul had a son. Information on his early life is also very murky. However, different reports place him as a political hostage being raised by various families in Camelot, perhaps, or maybe one of their neighbors. However, at some point after his father's death, he escaped and returned back to Nosferet. While there, Vlad II reclaimed his family's titles and began a very bloody campaign, basically picking up his father's work, attacking Camelot and then eventually turning on some of the other barons of his own land who were trying to oppose him. He ended up uniting Nosferet, and, well, the efforts of Vlad II earned him a more grim honorific among his own people for how he treated his prisoners, those who resisted him. Vlad the Impaler. This is around the time period where we start to get into the first vampires. And now, again, as I've said, information around this time period is incredibly vague. We don't know how the curse started. We don't even know exactly when, and we don't know who the first vampire was at all. However, it is known that among the first, within the first few years of the curse coming to be, Vlad was one of them. And he took full advantage of this curse, along with slowly afflicting his followers and his people. He turned his sights from Camelot and quickly conquered the other kingdoms of the Darklands, uniting them under Nosferet. This war eventually spilled southward, along with the plague being spread, into the lands of Camelot and the others south of the Cliffs of Faust, and this is what is known historically as the beginning of the Vampire Wars. I know you've all been taught a little bit about the Vampire Wars, so I won't be going into too much more detail from there. But that is at least how they came to be. From there, now that we have a bit of an understanding of their general history at least, I'll begin moving into a bit more of the culture. As some of you have probably heard, vampire culture is very heavily based in decadence, indulgence, and the arts.
In the wrong place.
Given the fact that they lived through incredibly long time, as you might imagine,
went the wrong way.
It would get bored, and also with long life comes great skill in their various
The water
crafts.
went the wrong way.
Vampire crafts are considered some of the highest quality in the world.
The water goes in
Rivaling even the
the square hole.
Vampires are also very prone to indulging in their decadence with various rituals and holidays and festivals and things.
I was
Amongst
too thirsty
these,
and I drank the
blood
water
moon
too
is one
fast.
of the most exalted.
Drink the water slowly,
On the blood
goblin.
moon, extravagant
Drink the water
feasts are often
slowly,
held.
not fastly.
And at the culmination when the moon reaches its peak in the night sky,
I'm sorry.
there are festivals that will spill into the streets. Similarly, eclipses are also celebrated, especially if they occur at night. Partygoers will often don intricately designed parasols in order to block out the sun to observe any eclipses that occur during the day. And these parasols are woven with patterns that represent some of their ambitions and expectations for the coming year, sort of as a good luck talisman of sorts. There's a whole bit of political intrigue and a bit of a game with spies trying to catch glimpses and interpret the weavings that are on rival politicians' parasols for political gain, of course. And it's sort of played up as a bit of a game every year. Further, a less commonly celebrated form of party amongst the vampires are grand masquerades. As you've probably heard, vampire society is very rigidly structured in a social hierarchy from the lords of the council all the way down to the lowest thin blood. However, at masquerades, given the anonymity, a lot of these hierarchies and expectations fall aside as everyone stands as equals anonymously. There are often tales of political intrigue and reckless debauchery on those nights that just spill over and get exaggerated every year as the tellings sort of get more and more, well, debased in a bit of a show of one-upsmanship every year. Speaking of that hierarchy, to touch into that one a little bit, vampire society is very rigidly structured into a hierarchy that is rarely strayed from outside of some social events. And at the head of this society is the council that sits in the Black Citadel. This council is led by the 4 elders, each of whom have 2 lords or ladies that they have either, of their own line, be they born or turned. And as I said, they rule from the Black Citadel in Nosferatu. These 4 elders can trace their heritage back to the first 4 kingdoms that Vlad the Impaler conquered. These being Stygian, Martiella, Armea, and Laishe. Sorry, some of the pronunciations are a bit complicated. Beneath the council as well, each of the 4 kingdoms has their own courts of nobles and lords and their own political interplay based on vaguely on the structures they held before the wars. As for lower on the rungs, onto the more day-to-day social, I'd actually like to call Cadets Chips and Cadet Heinrich to the front, if you would, to explain the differences between full and half-bloods, if you would, in your own terms.
Heinrich?
The difference between full and half-blooded vampires. They want you to explain it.
Don't fall.
You look the best.
You wish for us to explain what, exactly?
The differences in the hierarchy between, in the social hierarchy between, full and half-blood, turned, etc. I know there's a lot of distinctions, but they're a bit more beyond my knowledge.
Can you all hear me?
Aye.
Correct.
No.
Yeah.
Alright. Purebloods and half-bloods are separated into an hierarchy.
I'm a pureblood, which means I am born of two other purebloods. I was not turned. I was born a vampire. Half-bloods, however, are turned. Chips is a half-blood. Purebloods are seen as superior in every way. Half-bloods are not.
Though half-bloods can be cuter.
It's true! Finley is cute! It's true!
Keep telling yourself that.
It's true! Finley is
There
cute!
are also thin-bloods, which are turned by half-bloods. This is looked down upon, as the spread of our kin is dangerous.
Belgian base.
Sort of mainly on the.
Anything else, Professor?
I believe that'll be fine for now. I might have some more questions about other topics later, but I have those penciled in my notes. You can sit again if you want.
Oh, I don't know if it matters, but just to add, it does also depend on who bit you. Sit down now.
Saying the sire matters.
Right. Thank you. Well, into the next little bit.
Oh, the Shire's the one that bit. Okay.
Despite what some might assume,
Yes.
There are more than vampires living in the Darklands, even beyond Faust. The land is perpetually shrouded in a thick blanket of clouds, keeping it in shade, formed by some ancient spell long ago. Which doesn't make it the most hospitable, but there are many humans that still live there. Those who descend from those who lived there at the time, who were never turned, perhaps, or even some who've migrated in. That's a little bit less common, though.
Good or
These humans are very carefully protected as
I won't say anything one
part
way or
of the
another, 'cause I don't know.
agreements for their protection from the creatures of the Darklands and from other vampires. They pay blood tithes. I believe it's biannually? Maybe 3 times a year? I don't remember how often. But these blood tithes are basically the lifeblood of the vampires, as without them they would not be able to sustain themselves as they have under the restrictions of the treaties, without, raiding south or anything like that. Anything that threatens to damage or complicate this arrangement is usually very swiftly dealt with by the vampires themselves. Any rogue vampires or feral vampires, or even in some cases there have been hunters who've caused some problems that I've heard of. It will be very swiftly retaliated against to ensure that the security of this blood supply is kept. On that, though, that actually brings us into some of the specific terms of those treaties. Now, some of you probably have heard at the end of the Vampire Wars, there was a series of treaties that were written and signed by both sides, and they've been upheld by the Cross-Allied Forces since its formation as well. To clarify, this was long before the Cross-Allied Forces existed. Yes, but these treaties basically regulate how and how many vampires can turn, as well as the legal requirements they need for permission to feed on a living person. One of the other important aspects of these treaties is the blood tax. The blood tax serves a similar purpose to the blood tithe in that it's a method to collect some blood to help supplement the supply up beyond the cliffs of Faust. Anyone who wants to enter the Darklands through the gates of Faust, which is the only way to get in without getting immediately, murdered by the dire bats I talked about last time, they will have to supply a donation of that blood. It is important to remember that, by the terms of these treaties, no vampire can take your blood without your permission. Some of the more audacious vampires might ask, But whether or not you accept is, well, that's on you. There's technically nothing wrong with it. There's no risk of disease or being turned, as long as it's done properly. I don't know how many of you would be willing to take that one, but you can if you want. As for the other terms of the treaty, I'm not familiar with all of the rules that regulates how vampires must behave south of the Cliffs of Faust. If Cadet Heinrich and Cadet Chips, either of you have any comments to add about the treaties that you think would be important?
Go back alley blood tax.
Sure. Do not pause.
It's a vegetarian.
War. These taxes are needed.
Peanut butter
And
milkshake!
abided by. As I said before, thin bloods are the worst of us, besides ferals. If our kin is to spread, the more holy than thou will attack us. So we refrain from doing so. Rules on it that we are only allowed 2 childs, people to turn, and I their sires. Anything to add?
I don't have much to add other than to tag on to what the professor was saying earlier. My personal opinion, don't give your blood away. Like, if this is supposed to be a prep class, there are so many intricate things that lie within that process that'll make it easier for it to happen again that I'd highly suggest not to engage.
He is correct. There are similar vampires of my skill that can trace such blood, if you are to give it. Vavina, did you have a question?
Does this include if it was fed upon and not kept in any other way?
The more powerful Mancers, if they were to feed, it has been known they can trace you.
Thank you.
That is all, Professor.
Hey.
Risei has a question.
Oh, Risei.
Can't fucking hear me.
With us going to Fallbrook, is there any reason that we'd have to worry about potentially being pressed for either of those blood taxes or tithes while we're there?
Perfect, that was my concern.
I believe Fallbrook is exempt from the tithes and the taxes. You're not actually going past the Cliffs of Faust to get there, so you should be fine.
You will get a few beggars here and there.
Know your rights.
Say no to panhandlers.
As Chip said, do not give your blood freely if there is anyone to ask for it there.
We got you right for our blood.
Don't make me ash somebody if you'd be
Right.
enough to give your
That's
blood.
all the questions. I will. You can sit back
One
down if
is
you'd
enough.
like, and I will move back into the final section, I suppose. Now, this final section is a more of a touch on the things that we could be fighting that are vampire related. Hopefully, we won't have any issues with this, as they're usually again taken care of by the vampires themselves. However, it is possible that we could run into some feral vampires. So, I guess to go into what are feral vampires. Vampires that have been starved for a significant amount of time will often begin to experience a deteriorating, degenerative condition. Their mental faculties will fail, they become dizzy, disoriented, and aggressive, and eventually they lose a lot of their higher cognitive skills. In this state, they're driven primarily just by their instincts to survive, to hunt, and to feed. These are feral vampires. Feral vampires will often begin developing animalistic, bat-like traits as their condition grows worse and worse. Their skin will become leathery, their eye sockets will sink and become hollowed, they'll begin to lose their hair, their fangs and claws will lengthen and grow, and at extreme stages, they can even begin to form wings and tails. Feral vampires can be killed by staking them in the hearts, same as all other vampires. They will turn to dust. They can also be decapitated, burned, and purged with holy or light magic if it's strong enough and consistently applied. If their condition grows too great, however, and they have indulged and engorged in this state, a feral vampire can become a full-blown Vargeist. Thankfully, from what I've heard, none of these have been encountered south of the Cliffs of Faust in some time, at least not in recent years. However, they are incredibly dangerous. If you do encounter a Vargeist, it is advised that you just retreat. Don't engage unless you absolutely have to. And even then, I'd advise only doing so with the entire academy present. There are special squads of vampires that are known to hunt down Vargeists, and they're only known because sometimes, very rarely, they fail. And even when they succeed, their casualties are usually high. So we will not be engaging any Vargeists unless the entire academy is present, and we absolutely have to. Otherwise, we will be avoiding an encounter. Other than that, I believe I will end the lesson here. We will be having a similar, but probably a little bit shorter, lesson about the werewolves and vampires of Fallbrook, or werewolves and humans, rather, next week. If anyone has any questions or wants to hear anyone else's questions, you can remain here and ask them. Otherwise, you can leave if you would like. Yes, Stark.
Do the feral vampires have any ability to turn?
I believe they can,
Yes.
but they don't come out right. I believe they come out feral, correct?
Correct. Thin bloods.
Yes.
Understood.
So any bites should be very heavily cleansed and treated. Flora.
How can tell difference between feral and Vargeist?
Vargeists are far, far bigger. Their faces have usually contorted into sort of more of like a bat's snout with a much larger jaw that can open much wider. Their fangs are not just the 2 points, they're rows of jagged teeth. And as I said, they will be much bigger than a feral, even a feral that has developed wings. Usually, again,
in order.
double their size, perhaps.
There's your big fucker.
So they should be recognizable.
Almost like a predator staring at you.
Gavin.
In the case of running into feral or Vargeist, and obviously you said the best choice of action is to retreat.
Oh, Darkseid, you knew my question before I even asked it.
If they've already noticed us, how fast are they, and what's the best methods of retreat? Because obviously I know vampires are already good at running.
Blind, deter.
For normal feral vampires, you should be able to engage. If you encounter Vargeist and you are being actively engaged by it, I would abandon retreat for the moment and attempt to blind it if you can. Blows to the head, blows to the eyes, especially if you have light or holy magic. If you can get close and scold their eyes off, you might be able to retreat if it's disoriented and stunned in that way. They do have some echolocation. However, if you can impair their eyesight to that degree, it should be alright. Trying to find somewhere that's outdoors where there's direct sunlight. Vargeist and ferals can actually be killed by direct sunlight if they're left out long enough, and they avoid it if they can. So, if you've already injured a Vargeist and you've retreated into direct sunlight, they might not follow.
Fire. Definitely burn those
So
fuckers.
if nothing else, if it's already actively engaged in you, it's best to bunker down and be defensive, and potentially have someone, I would guess, run for, if we have a runner, possible to try and get the rest of the academy to help while we try and slowly retreat.
Yes, if a squad has been pinned down and is actively being engaged, it will be up to the call of the commander, Commander Barian. However, it is very likely that we would mobilize literally everyone present, and we would probably try to get as many of the town guard as we could as well, and we would attempt to move on the location so that you could make a retreat, if possible. Again, it's not something we would want to face with diminished numbers.
May I, Professor?
Please.
Yes, if you want.
To touch up on Vargeist more. They are much larger than ferals, as Professor Niam mentioned. However, their talons are as long as swords, their hides thick as plate. But what makes them most dangerous is their aptitude for magic. Think of a large wyvern, or dragon, dare I say, that can cast.
I have something.
It is recommended you flee. However, with ferals and Vargeist, they're far more susceptible to divine and light magic, and the sun. Keep that in mind.
Right. Any further?
What kind of spells? Oh, Greta.
I believe Greta has a question, I believe.
Right. Yes, good. Good.
Will we have any supplementary material to review for the laws and societal norms of the area we're going?
I will be touching a little bit more on that when we get to the werewolf and the human section. The next class. Their customs are more applicable, mostly the human. At least for the region that we will be in Fallbrook. And I believe Dita had a question.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to blurt it out loud, but what you said that Vargeist can cast spells? What sort of spells should we be on the lookout for?
Dita is asking what sort of spells they can cast. Think of the most powerful dark magic.
Necrotic
drains,
draining and
areas of
death, I
siphoning.
guess.
I wouldn't say instant death, unless you fail to run.
Oh, yeah.
They have one.
But no doubt, think of what you've seen from me, and multiply it tenfold.
Giving yourself a lot of credit, Victor.
Oh, that's not that. Hey.
What you're saying? Maybe 100
All
times.
those things have had time to feed longer than Victor's probably been alive.
Well, yes. Any other
They're
final
powerful.
questions?
If Victor can drain from one wound, I think can
I
drain
believe
from
that
the
is
entire
everyone
body.
then. Right, you are all dismissed then. And if you think of anything else, I can answer it at the beginning of the next class.
I'm more concerned about the ferals, honestly.
Okay.
Get stuck in a grouping of them and they become Annoying.
Oh, and anyone who missed,
Hmm.
anyone who missed the last class, as I said, you can catch up in the book. There was a new book added to the library if you would check that out. Be sure to let anyone else who might have missed the creature's lesson know.
It's a good idea to pick up a crossbow again. It's been 3 years since I've had one, but it might be a good idea.
Maybe. Just a little.
I could give you some steel tipping. I've been
I was thinking of wood tipping, actually.
Ah.
both work just as well, but
Flora
I was
could
figuring
help.
you could help me make some bolts. Exactly.
Oh, it's just good to learn more about this.
True.
Well, I'm just glad we'll have to pay a blood tax.
And if you need some extra, I have bags of silver powder for the cadets that want to carry.
When I first arrived here, my
you know.
priority method of fighting was crossbow and sword. So it's just been a while since I've switched to magic.
Can still have Zeph help.
Yes, Zachary? Do you want to speak here or somewhere else?
Somewhere else, when you're ready.
Alright. Zachary calls.
We'll see later.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, I just haven't been sleeping.
Yours is just like hot chocolate to them, I guess. I don't know.
You know, when you don't sleep.
As much as I would like to take the opportunity to be like, hey, Trips, you tell me about what happened in the forest? You wanna tell me what happened with the plants? I gotta go beat Crescent. Flora will eventually get a chance to ask. What happened? Flora gives him the fucking 1,000-yard stare. I want to make up myself like a little meme of the 1,000-yard stare at some point. I think it'd be funny. Chippy chippy chappa chappa doopy doopy dappa dappa. Forgive Flora. I don't know if Flora could be turned. I don't know. In theory. It would depend on the blood. On how the blood working. How the blood do? What the blood doing? No, Mel. Maybe. Why'd I do that? Possibly. Between me. Yeah, the problem is Flora's not really a mammal. Necessarily. She's a plant. She's very human-like in her plantness, but she is ultimately a plant. Just sitting around.
Yeah.
You waiting for something? Or just enjoying the sun?
Kind of enjoying the sun.
Hmm.
Not really much I can do aside from physical training that I already did. So I'm recovering mentally from that lesson that just happened.
I see.
A lot of talk about vampire culture fried my brain.
Is it the vampires or just the information?
The information.
Oh, I see. Well,
A little bit of everything, from the origin to how Fallbrook is and what the dangers are.
ah.
Had retained some of it, but oh my head.
Well, I'm sure you could ask one of the other cadets for notes if you have problems. It is important information to retain.
Yeah.
I do believe at least I
definitely have
see
struggles.
Cadet Hannah taking notes quite often.
I can definitely ask them, that's for sure. I definitely have more issues remembering names, but more about the history of the places. Easier for me, yes.
Steal your boots.
Don't get there. They're very large. I don't think you can easily just take them away.
Have you seen my form? I'm about to take your boots.
Doesn't matter about your form, it's an angle. You cannot just grab the boot and pull. You have to angle it.
You have an angled boot?
I do believe you have to angle the foot to get it off.
Unless you want to break my ankle, then
And I
go
do believe,
ahead.
don't you have plating over your boots, Liang? Doesn't that make it harder?
A little bit, yeah.
God damn it, you do have plate. I'm gonna have to take all the fucking plating off just so you have to steal your shoe. Fuck.
Good fucking luck.
Make your shoes as difficult as possible.
Hello.
Hello?
But I just decided to sign up.
Good afternoon or morning still. I don't know anymore.
It's still in the daytime. It's not my hour.
Understandable. How are you?
Well, right now I'm trying to skim over the new books some of the professors have brought in.
New books?
Well,
yeah, I looked in the library
I'm
and I
not
can't
sure.
remember which
I'm not sure that these ones would be for everyone to read. These might just be kind of in the collection. They won't be for your curriculum, I should say. They'll be in the collection, but not the curriculum. I don't believe our curriculum would have any need of telling you how to care for an unseen servant.
Oh, Miss Kristen, when are you possibly free for divination training? Lesson learning. Oh my god, my hip.
Well, I would first need to know what you want to learn.
What was it?
Anything. Within my power.
You're supposing?
That's a
Yeah.
very
I guess
large
the first step is
range.
I know, that's a very, very general.
That's a very general term. Roughly what would you like to learn how to do?
You're married. Stop it.
What the fuck?
Well,
That has nothing
remember
to do
that
with
thing
it,
we
Liang.
did last year? Where it was the foreseeing,
You know what? Go fuck yourself.
not
Yeah, I
quite
guess I
future
too as
seeing,
well.
but in a general
Prophesizing?
sense, there. Yes.
You would like to
You
prophesy.
Words are hard
understand
today.
that I lay it down on
Yes.
your health.
That
Scary.
is
I apologize for my
sorry that
limited
you had to decide
vocabulary
to make our
today.
one
so
of the
fucking short
harder
before we
ones
can see
to
everything.
learn.
I didn't design it.
Put your combat
But-
uniform
I
on.
figured.
It is kind of the final
Throw it
step,
against-
I suppose, in divination learning. Prophesizing either past or future. Or most present things are actually relatively easy.
There, you fucking did it.
Hello. Wait, what?
Anything that
Yeah,
can
that-
help me
is that
connect
it?
more with my God and absolutely help
I
my
don't mind
people,
you sounding like
With
silly.
guys?
I will take.
Still awkward.
Oh, yes.
I don't
It's my
believe
fault they decided to make this
Gaia
so
is as
short.
much
Put shorts on.
connected to
What's up?
divination, though
much
there
mentally
are
or something.
specific
Something.
practices that might be closer.
I always do because I'm always levitating, and people always somehow get lower
Perhaps
than my
teach you
waist whenever I
cloud
levitate, so-
reading. That's nature based.
To be
I'm so
fair,
sorry
you
about
should
that.
you should learn how to dragon kick people, so that way they stop doing that.
If you simply
I
want
didn't
to
even know you could
learn,
read the clouds like that.
oh yes, there are many ways to tell the future. Cloud reading tends to really tell you the very, very close
Big
future. It
doggy.
tends to tell you
Shut
how
me every
Hi, big
time.
doggy.
how your day might go, or
Yeah.
it can offer you good omens, things like that.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Welp.
There, yep,
Mm.
and
I
yep.
see
It doesn't so
steam
much tell you the
rising
distant future.
from the clashing of temperatures here.
There's a song by Lady Perry that I'm
That's
hearing
okay.
right now.
I think we should start with that.
Lady Perry.
Sure. If that's what you'd like, I'll have to
Yes, ma'am.
think about how to teach it to you, though.
There you go. Yeah, that one. That one.
So, I'll let you know.
Oh, there's the steam.
There it is. Yep.
I know
yep,
you're all
there
going
it
to be
is.
fairly busy coming up into Fallbrook, so I'll try to find a good time for it. Are you steaming Liang?
Whenever possible.
Yeah, he's being bitch.
Yes.
Stop steaming him.
Some
You're
people
gonna
are
make
being
him
hot
sick.
when
You're gonna
Stop.
make him sick.
Stop steaming other
Yeah, I
cadets.
was going to say.
Let his brain
You know
steam
what?
itself.
It's a. Wow.
He's recovering.
Is it happy steaming?
He's recovering.
How do I feel complaining about being assaulted?
If he's, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So if you're
Can
steaming
I
yourself,
report
is it
that I
happy
was assaulted
steaming?
a long time ago because he like fucking choked me out?
Statute of
That's in the
limitations.
past.
He shouldn't have choked you out either.
He strangled me. He fucking strangled me.
Statute of limitations.
Why am I
Unfortunately, you should have reported it that day. No, I'm just kidding. That's not how that
Well,
works.
technically
She's
speaking,
hilarious.
I could bring you both somewhere now. Or, well, the guard that was here a few moments ago. Technically, I could, but I'm not going
I told
to.
Professor
Well,
Rainer
never
just
spotted
earlier.
that right
If
there,
you guys
Professor.
both need therapy,
Are you
he
copying?
offers
Both of
therapy
them.
sessions.
No,
Are you mocking me, Mason? Mason Morris?
no. I had a weird dream. I had a weird dream that I just woke up from not too long ago, and for some
You have
reason
to
my
bring the
voice is
past.
stuck as
You
though
have to
I was
run your
another
mouth.
person.
Fine then.
got sympathy accents.
Suppose I won't tell you that thing I was going
Just
to
do
tell you.
this. Stop holding me when you're
I'll
hot.
just let that fate come.
Wait, Miss Crescent, I apologize for so many little sleeps and bounds. Honestly, if there was anything in this entire world that I would do for you, you
Oh
know that I
no,
would do it for
no,
you, 'cause honestly, you know, you're my
you'll
favorite.
certainly be
No, no,
fine
no,
with
no,
this fate. Clearly.
No. Honestly, like I really wouldn't. I don't know that I would. I really don't. I don't think I would. Honestly, Professor. You know, I mean, because please, if I could know, the thing that you need to tell me, that would be very important to know. I don't know if
You
you're
know,
pulling
but
my
I'm
leg
waiting.
now,
I'm
'cause I
waiting
did
for a
thing, like,
specific set
accident.
of words, Mason Morris.
Miss Crescent, I am very sorry.
There we
Miss
go.
Crescent, I. Okay.
You should be sure to wear red shoes tomorrow. Trust me.
Red
Or socks. Socks would work as well.
I can't tell you why. That would ruin it. Oh, he's going to be worried about that for the next 48 hours. It's going to be funny. Gaslight gatekeep girl boss. she's just on that silly shit. She fucks around and finds out just a little bit. Just a wee bit of fucking around and finding out. You'll never know, exactly. Mason sure won't. Not turn left for the next hour. Don't turn left. Don't turn left for the next hour. Always turn right. If you must turn. If you have absolutely no option but to turn left, do make sure no one is around you. It would be such a tragedy. Then nothing happens. Because it's like, you can't prove anything. No one else was there. Make everyone frog blink. You gotta frog blink for the next 2 hours. Trust me, you want to keep your eyes open. Who's that? Who is that? Who is that? That. Oh, it's a Mary. It's my not wife. I miss my wife. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss my wife, Barian. I miss her every day. Is that something in the water? Was that Ellie? Is Ellie in the water? Is there an Ellie out there? No idea. Next time you wake up, wait in bed for exactly 30 seconds before getting up. Trust me, it'll save you so much trouble. I wore red socks like you said, but nothing happened. Good, it worked then. Or if he comes by and he's like, I didn't wear red socks and nothing happened. She's gonna be like, oh no, you missed out on a wonderful opportunity. Such a shame. It would have been so good for you. Good night!
Well, not technically, but I am descended from would be the big cat. Now I'm just a little cat, so I just have the big cat energy, but I'm small.
Big cat energy.
Kind of just wandering around, looking for a Rise. If I were a Rise, where would I be? Ooh. I love that there's now just like no way you can tell other than her her doing a lot of magic that she's a witch. Because she just uses the glamour constantly now. I might have it when she uses, like right after she uses a big bit of divination, I might have it so the glamour like fizzles a bit. Or if she eventually does use magic, maybe the glamour doesn't work when she's
I'm trying to like stick
using heavy magic. Yo. Glamour from wife. From necklace. From wife.
Well, he didn't leave because of that. I just remember him going, so Jess is a half-blood. I'm like, didn't he tell us this like a year ago? Am I crazy? I remember him telling us this.
I'll have to make it so her swimsuit also has the necklace on when I redo it, but I'm probably not going to redo her swimsuit until one day I do an upgrade to her model, or Mary does an upgrade to her model. Because Mary's talked about wanting to do an upgrade to her, but I would really like to update her model at some point, so if Mary doesn't end up having time for it, I probably will do it myself. Because it's got a few quirks. But there's also just a few things I would like to kind of improve about it. Is on the material plane. Oh man. Guess I gotta go to the other planes. New tattoo and a gunbrella. It's true. She doesn't have one for Wix yet. They didn't do that yet. I don't know what her tattoo with Wix would be. Each tattoo kind of like a little bit represents the person. Yeah, they did. Obviously the one on her back is fairly large and has a lot to it. So I think that tells you quite a bit about it. All of her other ones are very small. And the symbolism of them means a lot about what it is. Oh. Perhaps. I think with kind of like her back, I think the one for Wix would have a fairly visible presence. Yeah. That's kind of why I put it on the back, was that I wanted the symbolism of it's kind of behind her. It's her past. There was never supposed to be a lot of hope for her to be able to get back with her ex. But her ex still had a large importance to her. And that tattoo isn't just her ex. That back tattoo includes something else from her backstory that has been hinted at that I don't know if y'all have gotten yet, that I'm not gonna say. But it has been hinted at multiple times before. The one on her back is actually 2 different people. Well, it's technically 3 different people, but it's 2 different... Yeah. One of the ones on her back is not from sex, just to note. One of the ones on her back is specifically not from that. There's 2 ways to get a witch's kiss. Yeah, eventually she'll figure out that poem as well. Because she doesn't know what it says. She can't read it. These, by the way, are not tattoos. They are scars. These are distinctly not tattoos, the ones on the back of her hands. Yep. Not necessarily ritual, but it is scarification. They're very clearly not scars that came from anything. How they got there, we don't know yet. But they were purposefully put there. By someone or something. No. If we ever have Kari Town be a thing again, I might have Crescent visit there. Because she knows that's where Sigurd was supposed to be. This Sigurd character. There's a lot more to Crescent's background. I actually like there's a good bit to it. But there's just not a lot that's been explored because she's a teacher. There's not like most of her story doesn't really get explored unless she's talking to someone about it. Yeah. I miss Tulip too. I've thought about doing something with her in meta before. But I just don't know what